Patriots are getting it. 6 straight wins. They emerged victorious in their showdown against the Titans. And it was somewhat anticlimactic, Mike, because of so many Titans injuries. No Derrick Henry, which has been the case for several weeks. No Julio Jones. No A.J. Brown. He's on his reserve now. And you kind of got the impression this was going to go the way it did, although it took a while for the Patriots to emerge. It's kind of how they are. It's who they are. It's systematic. It's meticulous. It's inevitable. 36-13 victory. It's 6 straight wins now. Combined points scored, 211. Combined points allowed, 263. My calculator on my phone tells me that's just about 35-10 for 6 straight games on average. It's amazing what the Patriots are doing. And I feel like people are awake to the reality that they're back. If they're not now, they will be next Monday night, potentially, if they can beat the Bills in Buffalo. But I'd like to think that people are realizing that it was a one-year hiatus and the Patriots are back.
Well, listen, it's methodical. So in the NFL of today, people want to see, explosive points, long plays, spectacular plays, highlight plays. And a lot of times New England doesn't give you that. They're methodical. They force you into mistakes. They win games, but they win a lot of games by waiting for you to do something wrong or forcing you to do something wrong. Hence 4 turnovers yesterday. 1 interception, for Tannehill, who had 4 last week against Houston, and 3 running back fumbles where they're punching the ball out. The play by J.C. Jackson in the third quarter, punching the ball out of Foreman when he had that long run was that epitomizes New England and what they do. They wait for you to make a mistake or they force you to make a mistake. Because listen, they got run on yesterday for 270 yards. Now, their defense has been playing lights out. And the best stat is they're only giving up a little over 15 points a game. And that's going to help you along. And it helps bring their rookie quarterback along. But yeah, rarely they're not jumping out to a 21-0 lead, and holding on to that. They just methodically build on you. And they just play and play. You stub your toe, all of a sudden they're up a little more. Play and play. They force you into a mistake. They're up a little more. And before you know it, they win another game. And then they're sitting there, high in the AFC now. And you're right. It's a one-year hiatus for Bill Belichick for all those last year who are condemning him that it was more Brady than him. Time to kind of eat your words a little bit for what he's doing now with a rookie quarterback.
And the running game for the Titans, there was a little bit of surprise this week when they released Adrian Peterson, but when Dontrell Hilliard, 26 years old and bounced around the league, he settles in for 131 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown. Deontay Foreman has 109 yards. Yeah, your running game is working. The problem is the passing game didn't work. Ryan Tannehill accounted for only 93 yards on 11 completions in 21 attempts. So, it's just that the Patriots, they're going to figure out how to get you one way or the other. And they're just going to make those plays at those moments where the ball's going to pop out or the ball's going to pop up and land in the hands of J.C. Jackson. It's just that sense that they're going to get you. They're at that point where everyone senses it coming and that Patriots defense is going to put the clamps on you at the time that it needs to, like on 4th and goal, and Ryan Tannehill rolls right, and the guy that he's trying to throw it to is covered. They're both covered, so he's just got to throw it. It's 4th and goal. It's not like you can wait, for the next play, so you just got to see what happens. And, of course, what happens is Patriots end up stopping the Titans from scoring, and J.C. Jackson catches the carom, and that's if it wasn't already lights out, it was lights out then. And it was one of those games where, we're watching 7 of them at once yesterday, and it's like, it's fairly close. It's fairly close. Holy crap, it's 36-13. That's the way the old Patriots did it. It's just grind and grind and grind, and the next thing you know, you see a final score that makes you say, well, it was never close. No, it was, but there was never a real sense the Patriots weren't going to win the game.
It's exactly what they do. They just kind of roll it up on you and make those plays like we just saw right there. A tip ball, a J.C. Jackson interception. His 24th, by the way, in his 4th year, which is just, absolutely incredible what he's doing, and also has the forced fumble as well. But, yeah, that's what they do. Bill Belichick is a coach that coaches to perfection. And, listen, you never get perfection, but you can coach to it. And it's you don't make the mistakes, let the other team make the mistakes, and we'll capitalize on that. That's been his mantra forever. And quite honestly, listen, he's a defensive guy at heart. So he loves to see the way the defense is playing right now. You know, when Brady was there and they were winning those Super Bowls, how many of those were, you know, early on, the great defenses, the tough defenses that they've had? Brady certainly had his share, without question, of success as a quarterback, but they would have a well-balanced team on the defensive side of the ball as well. And that's what they're doing right now, and it couldn't work more to perfection with a young quarterback who's coming along extremely well and growing into that position while the defense is doing their thing. So this is classic Bill Belichick. You said it, and you're right. You look at the scoreboard, they're up 3, then they're up 7. Then wait a minute, they're up 17? You know, how did they get up that much? And then they're rolling you when it doesn't feel like they're rolling you. That's what they do, and here they are right in the thick of things near the top of the AFC.
Here's the best reminder of how the Patriots were when they got it started 20 years ago. Tom Brady yesterday got to 30 touchdown passes. It's the 9th time in his career that he's had 30 or more touchdown passes. His first season with 30 or more touchdown passes came in 2007 when he skipped past 30 and 40 and finished with 50. Before that, he never had 30 touchdown passes. They weren't that way. The first chunk of their dynasty, when they won 3 out of 4, it wasn't go out and roll up the offense. That was what was so stunning about 2007. We have Wes Welker and Randy Moss, and they're throwing the ball down the field, and they're scoring a ton of points. That was a hint of what was to come the following decade. But they really do have the formula that they had, and you're going to hear that more and more and more, especially as this showdown with the Bills approaches, and it really is a showdown. It's a critical game. We were ready to hand the division to the Bills, and now the Patriots are in first place, and they're the 1 seed technically right now, and it's deja vu all over again, as folks are saying. But it's been building, it's been coming. But beating a team like the Titans, I think, is the moment where people say, okay, here we are. And there they are, technically not the 1 seed because the Ravens got the win last night and are at 8-3, but they are a half game ahead of the Bills for the AFC East lead, and they just keep rolling, Mike.
Well, listen, we'll see what goes on in the next 3 weeks, right? You mentioned the upcoming game with the Bills, but they get them 2 out of the next 3 games. Much like Cleveland plays Baltimore, they have a bye, and then they play Baltimore again. Buffalo, is up next, and then a couple of weeks from then. So in the next 3 weeks, you're going to have a little bit of what the outcome may be, in these division races. Like we saw, and we'll talk about Cincinnati sweeping Pittsburgh. Still the 2 shots for Buffalo. So Buffalo's sitting there technically in the 6th seed right now, but that doesn't matter because they know they have 2 of their next 3 against the Patriots. So it's right there for both teams in what they're going to do. So, and that's all you can ask for as a player is we can control where we end up. And both these teams are in that position right now.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.